was like middle of my thing. I turned my head to either look at you or say something. The next thing I know, it just goes. I mean, I just did that, kind of did a little of that, and it was just kind of floating down, and I turned my head, I wasn't watching my line, and there was no doubt. I mean, it just was like in head shakes. I was like, where's one? I didn't even have time to think, what's a rock, or where I'm hitting the bottom. It was just, hey, I got one. You know what I mean?
Designated by Congress in 1988 as wild and scenic, with outstanding, remarkable values in water, recreation, scenery, cultural value, and fish, the North Umpqua is truly an American treasure, one of many that the state of Oregon is proud to call its own. And by no coincidence, it is also one of the most storied and historic steelhead fisheries on the planet, not to mention one of the few remaining strongholds of wild steelhead in the lower 48. Mike Boyd is the owner and head guide of Deschutes River Outfitters. And during the late winter and early spring months, on the Deschutes off-season, Mike can be found on the North Umpqua, honing in on the activities and behaviors of this famous run of wild steelhead. Collaborating with the decades of knowledge and experience of fellow Southern Oregon outfitter and guide Darren Rowe, Mike and his counterpart have refined multiple fly fishing techniques for catching these steelhead to a science. From the traditional downstream swing and step presentations to the effectiveness of deep drifting from a precisely maneuvered drift boat, they have learned the ideal methods to catch these fish under all conditions. And even under the most challenging, blown-out river conditions, where previous days of pouring rain had the Umpqua's tributaries swollen with muddy brown water, it was amazing how these guys knew exactly where the fish would be holding. And here our buddy Adam in the bow of the boat picked up the nickname Steelhead King as he tied into fish after fish from the deep green water.
I love fishing with the Steelhead King.
Oh, world champions. That's what your forehead's there for. Now it's a bobber. It's going to turn into an indicator here. Now it's an indicator.
One of the challenges of catching steelhead in the winter is getting your fly right to the fish's face. And low water temperatures with sometimes drastic fluctuations in flows, the exact technique and presentation can make your success dependent on a few feet here or a few inches deeper there.
It felt like one of the easier winter fish you've ever caught in your life. You know what I mean? On a fly rod. Those jumps.
But whenever you want it, you stick them back in.
Check out Mike's play calling on what would become Adam's second 40-plus inch wild Umpqua winter steelhead, hand-delivered to him by
Give me a
Mike.
little humpy. Word. Right in there. Adam's in it. Be quiet on the indicator right there. That should get bit. Tick, tick. It almost needs to be 15s. Now spin and then go under. Wait, let it ride a little bit and then get ready for a big pull, Adam. See where the ledge is going? Follow down. Pull. Strip, strip, strip.
Right, here's the pretty good, right?
Am I giving you loving? Did you see that? That thing does not suck.
God, I love it! Stay with it, Pete! Stay with it!
I'm getting nervous.
Nice jump,
I mean, that fish is up there.
While fish this large are far from common anywhere, the Umpqua system does produce an impressive number of very large wild fish. In fact, the North Fork is a 100% wild fishery, and catching one of these fish from a boat or the bank is an incredible thrill, and quite possibly the fish of a lifetime.
Those are cool. Just a fish that big,
Just that big. I mean, that's
you don't get that on the D a lot.
you bet anyway.
This is a special place. I mean, it really is.